The United States women's basketball team arrived in Paris, dominated its group, and saw its route to an 8th consecutive Olympic gold medal emerge. But there is one thing missing, and that is Caitlyn Clark. Unfortunately for the other players, they are constantly reminded of this, even during their recent games. This has caused internal frustration and outbursts in the media. Should Caitlyn have been there? And are fans for rightfully demanding answers for the head coach? After weathering Germany's quick shooting start, the United States increased its defensive pressure soon before halftime, winning 87-68 at Stade Pierre-Mauroy in its third and final group stage game Sunday. With the blowout victory, the Americans 3-0 won Group C and had a plus 58-point differential, securing the top spot in the quarterfinals. They will face Nigeria, the first African team to get that far in the Olympic event. U.S. guard Jackie Young, who was part of a second unit that altered the tempo, had her greatest tournament performance yet, scoring 19 points. That scoring punch offered some backcourt balance to the great front-court combo of A'ja Wilson and Breanna Stewart, who led the United States through group play. Wilson scored 14 points and Stewart 13 points, as the two WNBA MVPs battled inside throughout. Satou Sabally scored 8 fast points to help Germany take an early 17-8 lead. The Germans led 19-16 after the first quarter, but the United States went on an 11-0 run midway through the second quarter to take control. During that span, the Germans went almost 4 minutes without scoring as the Americans stressed their ball handlers, forcing errors that led to easy transition scoring opportunities. The United States, which was never pushed in the second half, received the most audience support in suburban Lille, where American flags adorned the arena's lower bowl during timeouts. But there were also cries for a certain Caitlyn Clark. "We don't want to start games like that," Coach Cheryl Reeve explained. "I think that's the most obvious thing to say. It was disappointing. The second quarter was big for us to regain our footing. We're not the USA dynasty without our depth of talent." Germany coach Lisa Tomatis bemoaned that her squad had lost our offensive discipline and resorted to the Americans' pressure defense by attacking individually rather than keeping to their scheme. Sabally, a great forward for the WNBA's Dallas Wings, led Germany with 15 points and 5 boards. "We were never afraid of them," Sabally explained. "There's mutual respect. That's like a whole all-star team. Us coming out and doing our own game is all we can do. They punished all of our mistakes. We shot ourselves in the foot." Even before upsetting Germany, the United States had secured a position in the quarterfinals, which will be held Wednesday at Paris's Bercy Arena. The other quarterfinals matches are Spain against Belgium, France against Germany, and Serbia against Australia. The winners of Spain, Belgium, and France-Germany will face in the semifinals on Friday. The Nigeria-United States winner will face the Serbia-Australia winner. The bracket draw favored the United States. Spain and France were the other group winners, with Belgium posing the most difficult test to the Americans in group play. All three will be on the opposite side of the bracket. "We came here to Lille to go to Paris," Wilson explained. "That was the main goal. I'm glad we were able to do it and we're going to enjoy it, but we're not satisfied." Well, Wilson, that makes 2 of us, as the fans also aren't satisfied. We're missing a shining start on the court, Caitlyn Clark. So, as Team USA continues to do well in the Paris Olympics, Caitlyn Clark has found herself in the limelight once more, despite the fact that she is not participating. Fans of the 22-year-old basketball standout have informed the USA Women's Basketball Selection Committee that they feel Clark's omission was a mistake. An amazing event happened during Team USA's last pool stage game against Germany at Lille's Stade Pierre-Mauroy Stadium, when a young fan was observed applauding while donning Clark's number 22 Iowa shirt, which received a lot of attention on social media. Clark's fans have been vocal about their unhappiness since the Team USA selection was announced in July. Many people flocked to social media to attack the selectors for excluding Clark, who has become a fan favorite. Even during Thursday's game against Japan, a supporter displayed a placard ridiculing the choice made by U.S. basketball authorities. "You need Caitlyn Clark to beat us," the placard stated. As Team USA played Japan, supporters expressed their dissatisfaction, particularly when Diana Taurasi failed to score in the first quarter. Many people believed that Clark deserved a position on the team over Taurasi, given Clark's strong statistics. This season, Clark has averaged 17.1 points, 5.8 rebounds, and 8.2 assists per game, while Taurasi has averaged 16.1 points and 4.8 rebounds. Fans believe Clark's playmaking ability may have been an asset to the club, which they believe lacks in this area. Despite the uproar surrounding Clark's expulsion, Team USA has remained dominant in the group stage. the Cheryl Reeve coached squad easily defeated Germany, who had already won their first 2 games. This victory cemented Team USA's position in the knockout stage, but the continued dispute about Clark's omission raises concerns about the selection process. Caitlyn Clark's absence from the Olympic team has divided basketball fans and observers alike. Experienced writer Stephen A. Smith branded the choice stupid, claiming that Clark's involvement would have improved not just the team's performance, but also its popularity. He said that Clark has been a key draw in the WNBA, with her games generating considerable money for the Indiana Fever and the WNBA League. It's safe to say that Caitlyn Clark's effect on the WNBA and women's basketball has been a heated issue among journalists, athletes, and fans since she rose to prominence as the Iowa women's basketball team's standout. The discourse has continued during Clark's debut WNBA season with the Indiana Fever, with Sue Bird and Chiney Ogwumike among those who have praised her. Both Bird and Ogwumike played in the WNBA for approximately 20 years and over a decade respectively, and have become well-known media figures. Their admiration for Clark was for different reasons, however, as Bird was addressing the WNBA Rookie of the Year contest, while Ogwumike was speaking about Clark's overall effect as the face of women's basketball. Bird told her fiancé Megan Rapinoe during a live performance that she believes Clark will win the WNBA Rookie of the Year award. "I have Caitlyn as Rookie of the Year," Bird stated. "For Rookie of the Year, I don't do the stat comparison. Yeah, it can help. I just do the eye test, and to me, she's Rookie of the Year." Ogwumike recently appeared on the Awful Announcing podcast, where she stated Clark's impact stretched beyond the WNBA. "She is the most impactful player that I've seen hit the scene, not even just in basketball, but in sports. In a generation for how she moves the needle, not only in viewership, but in business, and that rising tide lifts all boats," Ogwumike said, before naming Maya Moore, Lisa Leslie, Candace Parker, and Diana Taurasi as those who exhibited greatness in the WNBA, but did not have the impact Clark has had on the league's popularity. "But Caitlyn Clark is bringing it to new heights, exponential heights," Ogwumike said, "and it's bringing and ushering in the moment that we have always been waiting for." Caitlyn Clark is undoubtedly taking a well-deserved rest. Clark had some time off after not being selected to the United States women's basketball team for the Olympic Games. The WNBA takes a month off, which is the longest Clark has been away from the court in about a year. Clark was drafted first overall by the Indiana Fever in the WNBA draft, almost immediately after guiding Iowa to their second consecutive national title game. Soon after, she made her WNBA debut with the Fever, but she struggled to adjust to the intense, physically demanding competition at first. While it appeared like Clark would need a whole season to work things out, she demonstrated that it would not take that long. Clark has played 26 WNBA games, and in the first 13, she averaged 16.3 points, 4.9 rebounds, and 6.0 assists, while shooting 37.3% from the field and 33.0% from three. In the previous 13 games, she has averaged 17.9 points, 6.7 rebounds, and 10.4 assists, while increasing her field goal percentage to 43.4%. Although Angel Reese of the Chicago Sky has shown to be a contender for WNBA Rookie of the Year, Clark is a clear favorite to win the honor. According to FanDuel Sportsbook, Clark's odds are -2,000, while Reese's are +700. Who are you rooting for to become Rookie of the Year? And can you understand the Team USA fans being angry at Coach Cheryl Reeve for leaving Clark at home? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.